are most often related to pleasures. Again, as we said, the psychic like Nirvana. The antidote to the pleasures are, in most of the traditions that we've talked about now, equanimity or a mean sense of balance and equilibrium. And you find this in from Aristotle to the Stoics, to the Thomists, through the Bhagavad Gita, to Gandhi, and in the present contemporary context of equanimity or Western New Age, Buddhist influence philosophies. Dispassion or disinterested passion, nishkama, towards and between the extremes, so that work can go on, so the karma can go on. Krishna preaches the even-mindedness, samatha, toward pleasure and pain, in general indifference towards pairs of opposites. And Aristotle would be mistaken in holding that anger is essential to a good human life. Now, it wasn't quite anger, it was, he called it righteous indignation. This is not necessary to be angry or to show anger of some kind, but not sort of anger that leads to violent attack and so forth. It's more of intelligent. It's balanced within reason. So this is the last slide. Balance, reason, which we get in the Bhagavad Gita as the seed of reason is buddhi, in Buddhist rendition, the intelligent will. Balanced reason as the virtue most exalted about self-pity and self-concern. And even over the virtues of compassion, dispassion, altruism, tranquility, and self-enlargement or self-realization. For the objective is to let the truth come out, let the truth speak. And so for this, the seed of virtue sometimes, in Stoics, in Aristotle, in many other philosophies, the seed of virtue is considered to be the reason itself. Reason in a what we call intelligent way. If I had time, I could describe it more, but not necessarily the body or some other part. I want to go on to explain also, but we're running out of time now, so half a minute, what I call bio-virtue ethics. These are virtue ethics that are now being incorporated into biomedicine, or what's called biomedical ethics. And I've done a lot of work with biomedical ethics, hospital communities and so forth. And this is now being taken quite seriously, that we should be looking for virtues. So the doctors are not just there to perform their professional work and so forth, there should be some virtue in them as well, character that makes them compassionate, understanding people, and to be disposed to both heal them, but also to make them better persons, better human beings. So refrain from, one of the implications of virtues in this area would be refrain from self-motivated abortions of fetuses, suicide and other kinds of dying, sex detecting of unborn fetuses, embryos, and so forth. However, the DNA has an unusually positive disposition towards voluntary fasting to death, or sadhana, under certain circumstances. And for this one, we'll talk about good death, the virtue of the good death, as Aristotle put it, or in some cases, it might be called euthanasia. So the long and short of it is that, just in conclusion, just one remark. In conclusion, is that the overall teaching on virtues in the Indian ethical tradition comes down to this. If one could cultivate the alternative emotion of detachment, asati, as a virtue in its own right, freeing oneself from the temptation of karma, desire, and also anger, then one would achieve a state of reasonable intelligence. So, all those things in the Bhagavad Gita that I talk about as Vyavasaya, Atmika, Buddhi, Eka, and also Siddhartha, I would put them as intelligent will. And in this resolute state, determine the best cause of practical action. Such an action would be nishkama, that is empty of desire and would be of steadfast constitution. This is the normative heuristic. It's not an categorical imperative, not saying that you ought to do it, but it's also something you cultivate acting in a person. Sometimes it works, most times it will work, sometimes it may not work. It does not matter. You should be punished or be hard upon yourself for that reason. For virtues can no more be prescribed than emotions can be prescribed. They can only be cultivated prophetically and pedagogically in a cultural setting, in education. So Aristotle talks about cultivation of virtues, of excellence, and goes with excellence. Okay, the last sentence. Actions carried out in this state do not bind one. That is to say, karma no longer accrues, for one no longer expects rewards from one's action. Desire and self-interest is prevalent. One is left in a state of freedom to perform actions from a sense of duty as virtue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Dilmoria. I am extremely sorry, personally apologize, because originally this session was to be for 2 hours. So within 1 hour we have forced the scholars, and I am extremely sorry and apologize that they have to finish their talk in a very short time. And I personally will take the liberty of requesting you to ask questions. So we will have some time. Only one question from one speaker.
Thank you to all. So I would just like to say something about Professor Angara Chaudhary's paper. I would like to thank Dr. Angara Chaudhary for giving such an explanation about the anger. Because as a young generation, the anger which is building up in the society, that's what he has pointed out very correctly. That is the important aspect which shows the practical implication of the teachings which is given. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your paper. First of all, thanks to all the scholars for such wonderful papers. My question is for Dr. K. Ramasubramaniam. Sir, I want to ask, in one of the slides, I went to one of the lines, that is, confused or immature mind does not deserve freedom. So, sir, I just want to know why the confused or immature mind does not deserve freedom, rather it needs training. So, can you explore further on this front?
See, freedom has to be understood very clearly. We don't give freedom to a child to eat as it likes. One can think of, you can take 5 jalebis, you can take 10 jalebis, but we don't give it. Right? So this is what I meant by saying immature. He doesn't understand the outcome of it. So this is clear?
Yes,
as far as the immaturity is concerned. As far as this confusion is concerned, this Arjuna was in a state of terrible confusion right at the beginning. So when he says, Kasam Bhishma Aham Sankhe Dronam Chamasona Shivastava Syami, and so on and so forth. So the point is, if he were to take the decision of not to wage the war, then one has much more disastrous consequence of letting the Satya to fall to bottom level. So this confusion was completely resolved by Krishna by explaining why he has to. So the point I was trying to say is, of course, I do not say that you have to let people have confusion. All that I am saying is, confusion has to be resolved first, and once it is done, then you leave. So then people will take the right path. So the issue today that is being faced is, this is even with respect to anger, so it is wrong to control one's own emotions. So this is being said. So in a school, I was very surprised. It is a primary school, so it has been very displayed in bold terms, in various pillars. Children have to be treated with respect and dignity. You understand? Respect and dignity, where does it come? It is an immature child So it has to be taught. I mean, if one can understand treat with love and affection, this is all fine. But then respect and dignity is the wrong term we employ. So then what is happening? So we have gone crazy in trying to imitate some other cultures, and this is a real confusion which we have, and this is what I meant by saying. So the freedom of choice cannot be given to confused humans. And when we had certain restrictions, when we had certain injunctions, it all meant for the harmony that one is expecting out of the society, and without this discipline, without these injections, things will not work. And freedom of speech, freedom of right, I mean, there is not the 20 earlier kind of thing that one is talking about. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much to all earlier speakers. My question refers to Professor Vinoria. We know that normative ethics, it has got virtue ethics and theory of obligation. It is when I can understand bioethics, I can understand virtue ethics. But I feel whether I need clarification, what do you mean by this bio-virtue ethics?
Yes, well, if you take on the discussion of virtue ethics in very theoretical, as a very theoretical discussion, right? A little like the early part of Aristotle, which he takes from Plato and so forth, in an ideal world, what kind of republic would we have, what sort of things that a person would do and so forth, and you have a whole theoretical stuff worked out. But when you start to apply these things, then you have different kinds of challenges and so forth coming out. My point was that the way things are developing in the medical professions, but also the developments in biotechnology and so on, you have technology that can keep people alive, or you have technology that can immediately kill people as well, and all kinds of aggressive treatments and so on and so forth. So there is a kind of inhuman, impersonal ways in which the medical profession with the pharmaceutical companies are going about the so-called healing process, which is really not healing, but it's just giving medication, fixing things, treating our body as though it's a machine with parts, and sometimes there's no care, no compassion shown before. What we're saying is that in biomedical ethics,
Actually, we have to close.
Okay. All right. I'll wind it up. In biomedical ethics, we need to bring in much more responsibility for action on the part of the doctors and the professions, and they should develop certain moral character so that it makes them more responsible than just functioning as a dear machine, a machine, a god machine, which is exactly how we look upon doctors and so forth. So this is translated in medicine, in environmental ethics, in various other kinds of relational ethics, then I think that we're much more responsible and much more robust form of moral philosophy than what we have so far.
Thank you, Professor. Now,
one question to Professor Ascetico.
no time. No, please, no question. There is no time. Please, you can ask afterwards. I must express my thanks to the speaker, and again, sorry that there is no time. You could have asked questions, and personally you can meet them and discuss the problem. And I also forgo my right to give some comment. But there is one point which I must emphasize for closing. Most of the speakers emphasize the problem of dharma, and that is the central problem of understand the meaning of Dharma and Dhamma, and in that context we should also separate the two traditions and also find out the common factors. My personal problem during this talk is that somebody pointed out that unless you know what is Dharma, how can you practice Dharma? So theory and practice, they should go together. Now there is a very important question that has been asked in Mahabharata. When Bhishma was during that so Draupadi was laughing at him. And she said, when I was being thrown, you were keeping quiet. Dronacharya was keeping quiet. The trust, the emperor was quiet. And my husbands were also. Now, was it according to Dharma? You represent Dharma. Dharmaraj was there, Yudhishthira was there. And Vishnu says, the meaning of Dharma, the nature of Dharma is so complicated, I don't know. That is why the question is, first we try to understand and then follow Dharma. Our tradition, whether it is Buddhist tradition or Hindu tradition, says Dharma is the first prasad, Dharma comes first. But what is Dharma? Unless you know, he has very beautifully mastered that question from the Gita. So anyway, thank you very much for listening, and I thank the speakers for listening. And the session begins now at 12.
Part, Coordinator Professor Vikamukesh, Rapporteur Professor Jamal Akhtar. Our speakers for today's session are Dr. Kala Acharya, Venerable Nguyen Tam, Professor Teo Loon Lee, Dr. Ekal Lotte, Professor K. Ramakrishna Rao. I'll request our chairperson to please continue with the session. Thank you.
Namaste. I'm very happy to be with you, Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasika from all the world. I'm not so good at English conversation. So from now on, I'm speaking Korean and Professor Bang Soo-ji translate. 지식보다는 가치를 지향하는 산치 유니버시티가 가급적 빨리 완성되어 훌륭한 인재들을 양성해서 인도 불교와 미래 불교를 발전시켜 나가기 기원합니다.
I think Sanchi University value more rather than knowledge. Sanchi University value more on the ethic and the kind of quality behind the education. So I hope Sanchi University will establish as soon as possible and to spread this kind of good educational value all around India.
오늘 프레젠테이션 4에서 발표하실 분들은 봉탑 16분이 되겠습니다. 저희들이 1시 30분까지 네, 1시 30분까지 끝내야 하기 때문에 발표자 여러분께서는 15분 내에 발표를 마쳐주시기 부탁드리겠습니다.
There are 6 speakers in the plenary session, and we should finish before 1:30. So I can give 15 minutes each speaker, and I hope they are punctual.
먼저 발표해 주실 분은 Dr. Kala Acharya. He is Director of KJ Somalia, Madhya Sanskrit Mumbai. So give you a big applause to her.
Respected chairperson and friends, the topic given to me is Indian paradigm for new world order with special reference to wealth and pleasure. If in one single letter I have to tell you the Indian paradigm for new world order, it is from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the letter the. Perhaps you may be knowing this story that there were three types of the progeny of Prajapati, the gods, human beings and demons. And they were taking education from him. And when the gods finished their term, they asked Prajapati, what would you give us the advice, what would be your last word for us? And at that time, Prajapati said, the. And he asked, have you understood? And God said, yes, we have understood. You have told us Dhamyata, control yourself. And then it was the turn of human beings. And when they asked Prajapati, what is your last word for us? What would you advise us?